Hey there tech fans, Rick here again with a quick review of the Wyze bulb color BR30. This is a brand new bulb from Wyze that's LED based, it's Wi-Fi connected, and it's also an RGB bulb, which means it can display a white light, but it also can display up to 16 million colors that you can control through the Wyze application or by shouting at your smart speaker to turn it on, turn it off, change the brightness, change the color, set timers, so you have a lot of control over exactly what this light's going to do, and there's a ton of technology built in. So let's start with the basics. The bulb can generate 950 lumens of brightness, which is about a 75 watt incandescent floodlight. I like the fact that it's got a floodlight base to it. Now, Wyze makes a companion bulb that looks like a standard light bulb that you'd put in a lamp or somewhere else in your home, but this is perfect for like a down spot in your living room, or if you've got a spotlight in your garage that you're pointing at something. So it's a different form factor, but it generates a ton of light. Again, 16 million colors, which you can vary again through the application or you can vary through your smart speaker. But if you don't care about the colors, another interesting feature that's built into it is with the white light. If you know anything about LED bulbs, they can be either cold white, which is really high on the Kelvin scale, or they can be warm white. And the challenge is when you buy the bulb, you screw it in and whatever color you've picked is the color you have to use. With this one, you can actually vary that hue. So it's measured in kelvins. This will allow you to take it all the way down to 2700 Kelvin, which is a very warm light, all the way up to 6500 Kelvin, which is a pretty bright, colder white. And the other interesting thing is they built into the program sort of a time of day match for the light. And what that means is all of us have a circadian rhythm. We're in the wintertime, the sun's going down a little bit sooner, and it may throw your whole schedule off because your body reacts to that because we're kind of prehistoric creatures in a lot of ways. So light definitely affects our mood. With this light, you can set it up so it follows the brightness of the sun. So during the day when it starts to get a little darker, the lights change their hue and they go down closer to the 2700 Kelvin. Now, that's something you'll have to experiment with. I like that a lot. I use it an awful lot, especially in my office, because that allows me to adjust to the light outside during the day. Another cool feature, again, is being able to control it through your smart speaker because I love smart, intelligent speakers. I've got them all over the home, and it's really nice to be able to sit on the couch and realize I left a light on in another room and just yell at my smart speaker to go turn that light off. This is also really cool if you're going to have parties because you can put a few of these in the living room. They'll all be controlled individually, or you can gang them together and change all of them at the same time. Now I'm going to show you how it works in a second. I've got a bit of a Frankenstein setup right here, and it's not the greatest for seeing the color of the light, but I've already added this one to the Wyze application. I've also added it to my Amazon application as well. So I can use my phone or I can use a smart speaker to activate the light. So let me turn it on. Alexa, spotlight on. Now I left it on blue. That's another thing I didn't mention. It has memory built into the application, which is sent to the bulb. Whatever color and brightness you've left it at when you turned it off, it'll come back on with that same brightness. Now that and same color. And that's different than a lot of other smart bulbs on the market. Unfortunately, a lot of companies that make smart bulbs that look like this don't build a lot of intelligence into them. So they're not really smart bulbs. They're sort of smart bulbs where if you turn it off and turn it back on, it's going to come on white and full brightness. And then you have to get into the application to adjust it. And nobody wants to deal with that. I love the fact that whatever color I've left and whatever brightness I've left on the bulb when I turn it off, it comes back on with that exact same setting. All right, let me change the color. Alexa, spotlight green. There you go. Now it takes a second or two because remember, it's connecting to your Wi-Fi network. The application's connecting to your Wi-Fi network. It sends the information over to the bulb. So let me turn it white. Let's see how that works. Alexa, spotlight white. There you go. So that's pretty bright. Alexa, spotlight half brightness. Okay, so it took it down to about 50%. Now again, I can change the hue of the bulb, I can change the color rating of the bulb in Kelvin. It just gives you a tremendous amount of control. I'm going to turn that off because it's making me blink a little bit. Alexa, spotlight off. Now another cool feature I like about the application and these smart bulbs is that if you go away on vacation, you can set up a program where they'll turn on at random times during the day and the night. And that fools a lot of burglars. Not that like you have a lot of scary people in your neighborhood, but it's nice when you're away to have a light pop on in a bedroom and 9 o'clock at night, maybe another light turns on in your garage, and it just gives the home sort of that feeling of people in there and people are living in that home. And if somebody's going to come by and be one of those people that are thinking, well, I'm going to get in there and see what's going on, maybe they'll see those lights come on and think, whoop, wrong house, I'm going to move on. So you can set schedules. I also like the fact that I can build schedules into the whole home that controls these lights as well as a ton of other Wyze appliances. Now, Wyze is a company that makes a lot of home automation gear. They make plugs you can use to turn things on and off. They make switches, they make cameras. So once you have that Wyze application on your phone, all the products that Wyze makes, these bulbs, the other bulbs, and all the other things I just mentioned, are all controlled by that application. So think about that for a second. It's a really easy way for you to sort of move into this home automation space where you can start with a couple of plugs, maybe you add a camera, maybe you add a couple of smart bulbs, and all of a sudden you've got an intelligent home that you can control from anywhere in the world using the application, or again, yelling at your smart speaker. So it's a great way to sort of get into that space without spending a lot, without really getting complicated, and it's just something that makes life a whole lot easier. So hopefully you found this review helpful. I've been using these bulbs for a couple of weeks. I was lucky to get them early. Oh, I didn't even mention the unboxing. There's not a lot in the box. You get the bulb, you get a quick start guide that talks about how you add it to the application, and I got these early, so I got a little badge here that says thanks for backing us. I love Wyze products. I buy a lot of Wyze products. I got these early and I've been testing them for a couple of weeks. I like them an awful lot. They've been working flawlessly in the house. We're just having a lot of fun with them with the holidays, turning them red and green, and maybe Halloween we're going to turn them orange. We'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, they're a cool product. They're rock solid, and they're from a company you can trust. So I think you're going to like them as well. Thanks an awful lot for watching. And again, until next time, stay nerdy.